Thank you for meeting me this afternoon, Saffron. Can you just explain to me, to begin with, what non-binary actually is?
It's confusing because obviously we've been told ever since we were born that if you're born and you've got a vagina then you're a woman, and if you've got a penis you're a man. That's what we've always been told. So to think something different than that is liberating, but it's also quite confusing. I don't really feel like I fit within the binary that's in place in society of man and woman. I feel like I'm outside of that, and I use gender neutral pronouns, so they and their, instead of she, which is what people, think that I might use because I was assigned female at birth. So.
And what would you say to people that are like, oh, it's just a phase, or you're doing it for attention?
Why would I want to put myself through the endless bullying that I receive just to be cool and to get attention?
You don't mind me asking, what are some of the comments that just you come across on the street?
I mean, when I was in school, it would be, oh, are you a boy or are you a girl? Which I know is like, people, when you hear that, it doesn't sound like an insult, but it kind of is, because, I don't know, it makes you feel like you're different and you're strange and you're otherly. And then I'd get dyke, faggot, kill yourself, you're a cancer, you're a paedophile, you should put your head in an oven. Literally, I've got all those online, mostly online is where I get comments like that. When I wrote an article for the Tab on being non-binary, and that kind of went quite big, and with that came just torrents of just mean comments.
And your family, how have they dealt with some of the comments, and even just you being non-binary?
My stepdad really stands out from everyone else. And I remember when I wrote the article for the Tab and somebody said, I bet her parents are so disappointed in raising such an underconfident person, or something like that. And he replied and said, I don't have to pretend to be Saffron's parent, because I am. And he used all the right pronouns and he just stuck up for me, and he totally beat this person down. And that was really nice to see him go above and beyond.
And speaking about the Tab article, that's obviously where everything sort of began.
Mm-hmm.
What did it feel like to then be voted 2017's most influential person on the Tab?
I was a bit mad. I wasn't expecting that at all. I didn't submit myself, which usually I do. But I didn't. So to get the news of that, especially after I'd received all that hate from the same site, and then to be awarded most influential person in Newcastle, that was kind of a really, really pleasant surprise. It was around that time that I was doing Beyond the Binary, the campaign I did at the Students' Union as well. So it was all a really good it just helped me move forward and sort of ignore the hate and be like, yeah, well, people are enjoying and people appreciate and respect what I'm doing. So yeah, that was really good.
And obviously you've been very prominent in the media, as you said, a lot of it's been picked up. How does that come about? How do you get involved in media projects?
I've been lucky enough to have people approach me and ask me if I'd like to sort of maybe give a quote on something or to comment on something. So for example, last year I was on BBC Radio Newcastle discussing a TV show that had been on BBC One, and it was about them. It was a project where they went into schools to try and make them more gender neutral. I think I used to have the attitude of where I wanted to say yes to everything. But then recently I got interviewed for the Chronicle, and basically they sensationalised the comment that I gave them, and it wasn't authentic. Now I need to be a little bit more selective about who I choose to speak for and what topics they are.
And you were in Channel 4's documentary Genderquake.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you decide to participate in that?
I decided to basically do that because the documentary was a chance to start a conversation and to bring sort of my identity into the spotlight, but to present it in such a way where they know that I'm a human being, and also to basically encourage young people to so that they know that they are valid.
You did say in that programme, if I didn't have to be non-binary, I wouldn't be. Do you stand by that?
Looking back and listening to that, it kind of implies that I'm not proud to be who I am, but basically the amount of hardship, that sounds a bit dramatic, but the amount of I struggle quite a lot with who I am, and the amount of of bullying that happens, and the fact that I'm not recognised legally, and the 2004 Gender Recognition Act doesn't recognise us. It's a struggle almost every single day. So obviously it would be easier if I could just be a girl. We exist, just accept that we're here. We're not going anywhere.